Hi there, my hair looks stupider than normal because I have to wear a helmet because I'm spending some time with this. That is a Polaris Slingshot. Let's see what this thing's all about.
So hi there, it's me again. There's a very good chance this is gonna sound terrible and a lot of this will be voiceover, but I'll check that out in the edit. I'm gonna try to have you hear me and see if we can make this work. All right, but I don't want that to hit that, so let's tuck that in. All right, like I said, Polaris Slingshot. Just give it a go after this truck leaves. Learn a little bit more about this absolutely ridiculous thing. I will tell you one thing it is good at. Very long burnouts. Okay, what do we got going on? Under the hood, 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine of Polaris's own design. Here on the SL, it's making 178 horsepower, and there's a 203 horsepower version. It's connected to a fantastic 5-speed manual gearbox, and then that sends power out through a carbon fiber lined drive belt to the singular rear wheel. In this case, it's a 255 section wide tire, but you can get these with 305s, and I've heard those ones will spin tire just as easily. This thing only weighs 1,700 pounds, and it's ridiculous in both good and bad ways. The driving dynamics are not confidence inspiring, but I've been told this drives light years better than the prior version when it first came out. The brakes are just okay, the steering is fine, the seats are kind of better than I thought they would be, but just you're at a handicap when you're dealing with a 3-wheel vehicle. Now on to the stuff that surprises me. It's how much other people like this thing. Kids and older folks love it. Motorcyclists, some people just stare at it like, what the hell are you doing? And other people are actually giving me thumbs up in this, which I did not expect. But overall, what this does is make people smile and point, and some of them might be laughing at you, some of them are laughing with you, but it's kind of just fun. And if we can step back and not take ourselves too seriously, then you will enjoy the Slingshot. If you worry too much about what others are thinking, you're gonna feel like a fucking dork in this. So there's two sides. There's no calmness. There's no just like, oh, I'm gonna take a chill ride in my Slingshot. But it's kind of fun to have a vehicle that is wild, silly, and fun. If I have to see one more goddamn Tesla Model 3 on the road, I'll puke. But this is a fun alternative to that because it's different. So what is the Slingshot? Well, in 49 states, it's classified as an autocycle, and in the state of Massachusetts, it's classified as a motorcycle. So in Massachusetts, you need a motorcycle license. Everywhere else, you can just drive it, which is fine, but you should still wear a helmet because I don't want things hitting me in my face, which is why I'm wearing my actual auto racing full face helmet. Okay, yeah. No traction control help with that. Now, I mentioned it's Polaris' own engine, and the good news here is it spins to 8,500 RPM. That's insane. That is absurd. The engine in this thing is awesome. If you own a Miata, you should swap one of these into your first and second gen Miatas. You already have a good gearbox, but like I said, this gearbox is great. The pedals feel nice. I can heel and tow this thing pretty easily. but the engine is an absolute riot, and this is the down-powered one, the detuned one. But the fact that it revs so high and the gears are so tall, I mean, I should do the math and figure out what kind of top speeds you can do in each gear, because it's absurd. You're probably well over 100 in third gear, and I don't want to go that fast in this. I don't need to. I've been in fast cars. I like when I'm enclosed and not exposed. I don't need to do that here in the Slingshot. And I'm going to be totally honest with you too. When they asked if I wanted to borrow this, my initial thought was no, because this vehicle isn't for me. I'm not a Slingshot person. That said, I do love the Morgan three-wheeler, but that's like a different type of charm. But the longer I've spent time with this, and the more I've just like stopped caring and just kind of been like, you know what, it's fun and it's different, and it is a good engine and it is a fantastic gearbox, why not just enjoy the thing? Especially because you can buy these I think they start in the mid-20s, you know, which these days is great. It's still a toy, so it's an expensive toy. And they go on up to the 30s. You don't want to pay high 30s. There's a Roush edition, which just sounds ridiculous. I think it gets like Brembo brakes or something crazy like that, which honestly this could use. The ride isn't comfortable because it's bouncy, but it's a toy. It does have heated and cooled seats. It does have a Rockford Fosgate sound system. It pairs with your phone. I think other levels above this actually have Apple CarPlay. So they've actually baked in some creature comforts. There's a cup holder, but I can't drink anything. It's goofy. It's charming. Not charming. It's goofy. But it is fun. I can see why people like these. I would never, ever, ever buy one just because this isn't my thing, my aesthetic, my vibe. But the more I've driven it, the more I've enjoyed it. And that's probably the secret to these Slingshots. This is about as good as you can do with a three-wheel setup. It's not a great platform for engaging driving dynamics. I mean, motorcyclists will tell you they're taught to stay off the crown of the road. That's where all the crap is. That rear tire has to live in the crown of the road. So, like, I don't know how to sum up my time with it. I expected to absolutely hate it, and I still don't love it, but as I've spent more time with it, I'm starting to get it. I mean, come on, that's fun.